Hey there, Kelly Mank, Executive Director of BNI Maine. This week, I want to talk about that weekly email that you get every single Monday morning, except for holidays, between the hours of typically 7:30 and 8:30 a.m. that we call the Weekly Networker. This email is only pertinent to BNI Maine members and comes directly from our regional office. It has a collection of information that members are typically searching for. So we try to take all this information and put it into one place every single week, which also includes some of the hyperlinks to websites or web pages or chapter resource folders that are some of the places that our members go to often. We try to make it as easy as possible because the last thing we want you doing is spending time searching for things. So I'm going to go ahead and share last week's networker really quick, just so we can go over it and I can point out some of the hidden, maybe underutilized items that aren't seen very often. So first and foremost, if there's ever any type of note in the networker, these are really important items that need attention. So we try not to do this as much as possible, but if we need information back or if there's something important going on that day, you'll find that we do write a quick email at the very top. Then the networker starts. And the very first thing that you're going to see are these three hyperlinks. These three hyperlinks are going to bring you directly to pages that members ask for daily. This first one, main chapter list. This is going to bring you to the public BNI Maine chapters list. You don't have to go looking for it. It's going to show you all the chapters, the day and time that they meet on, what city they meet in. Super easy to get right into the chapter websites from there. It's a great page to even share if people are asking about other chapters. The next one is the Find a Member link. This will bring you directly to the Find a Member search. So you can click on that, go right to the public page. I recommend making sure you search yourself to see what it looks like, to see if your profile needs updated. But whenever you're looking for a member, a resource, a product, a service, say you need a printing company, you click on that, find a member, type in printing, and the printing companies in BNI Maine will come up. And then lastly is this member resources link. This is the Google folder that we keep for all members. We put random resources and tools into that folder. We ask that maybe some pictures be uploaded to that folder sometimes. You can download anything from that folder. Every member has viewer access, so you're able to use these resources and tools anytime you're looking for them. You can find one-to-one forms, you can find logos, you can find how to do your weekly presentations, you can find a couple little trainings in there, but we're always updating it. Then moving on, you'll always have a weekly tip from either Niels, myself, or one of our director team typically. These are always very pertinent to what's happening right then. So the weekly tips always come from questions that we are receiving from members or questions we're receiving from trainings, things that might be happening that week or that month. These are always very pertinent to situations that are happening. So please, please take a few minutes and always watch these. And if you're watching right now, that means you're watching it. If moving on, we always have a fun, positive quote. And then we have our member of the week. Our member of the week is not only in the networker every week, but it's shared on our public Facebook page and our LinkedIn page. We try to tag the members in their businesses as much as possible, and they get shared, they get liked. There's lots of activity happening on those pages. So if you haven't been member of the week, get into the green and make sure your profile is filled out. Next, you'll see that we have BNI Maine News. And everything under BNI Maine News will have this light gray background. We keep it all together as much as possible. So last week, obviously, we talked about Elevate. But all of this stuff is what we would consider kind of the BNI Maine news, the upcoming news, the need to know news. Next, we have a Facebook post of the week, which is always something fun. Our favorite Facebook post of the week. Be sure that you tag BNI Maine or at symbol BNI Maine so that way we do see them. And then Captain Network always has some sort of weekly tip for us. So this is our BNI Maine Captain Network here. And he always has this fun little tip, typically again about something that's going on around that time frame. Going about halfway down, you'll see our events calendar. Now, if you see that something is yellow, that means it's happening typically that day or the next day. We try to highlight it so you don't miss it. The worst thing is when somebody emails me after and says, oh my gosh, I didn't see it till Tuesday. Do you have the recording? And some stuff is recorded and some stuff isn't. So we try to highlight the events in yellow that are happening typically that day or the next day. But your events calendar and save the dates are all together with, opportunities for networking, training, all sorts of fun things in here. Gala, of course. Next, you'll have our podcast. This podcast is from somebody outside, typically of BNI Maine. So it's from either our founder, Ivan Meisner, Simon Sinek, or another, business and networking expert around the world. These podcasts are really great, actually. I mean, I listen to them every single week, and I hope you find value in them. Next, we always have something about any new chapters starting and professions that we're looking for in those new chapters. And then my favorite piece is our Get Social. This is always a Facebook, a LinkedIn, an Instagram post, but it's something about one of our chapters or our members getting outside of their 90 minutes. So we try to find something about, members getting social. We always highlight a director or an ambassador from our DNA team every month. So as you can see, Jim Keenan is our director of the month right now. And then we have our events calendar. Now, what's really cool is this is the calendar for the whole year. If you click on the calendar, you'll find hyperlinks so you can register for those events right on the events calendar. You don't have to go looking for them. Everything is right there. And then lastly, some of the most underutilized things are these 6 links. I know I am always having a hard time getting to a couple of these, so I come right to the networker, and this is how I find it. So we've got the BNI Maine public page or public Facebook page right here. We have our Facebook group, which is only for BNI Maine members and alumni. Our YouTube channel. There's so many videos on the YouTube channel. Every one of our networkers for the last 6 years is on our YouTube channel. Please check it out. We have our BNI Maine website, so bnimaine.com, where the public can find our members and chapters. Now, this educational site, this is going to bring you directly to the login page for Business Builder. I know that's my tough one, so if you're ever looking for your trainings, leadership trainings, or just any optional trainings that BNI Maine Global puts on, those are going to be right in Business Builder. And then lastly, this last link where it says internal platform will bring you directly to the login page for BNI Connect. Now, the most underutilized pieces of the networker are definitely at the very top, these 3 links. I probably get, no kidding, 8 to 10 emails every single week asking me for a chapter list, or how do I find members in this state? Or even where's the one-to-one sheet? Those are in these 3 links. So I really hope that this explanation was helpful for you, just a little, and that the links are what you're looking for. If you ever think there's something that should be added to the networker or a special event, please email me directly, kelly@bnimaine.com, and we can chat about it. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching and happy networking.